Hitting good point. Heian era. We have more than 1,000 years history to growing up our culture, our history, and how differentiated from the rest of the world. Big difference. We don't have kind of culture outside Japan. Europe, any country, they don't have kind of more than 1,000 years same culture continue. No.
Oh.
Japan will sustain the same culture 1,500 years.
Yes.
Not much change.
Right. But the only big difference being that it had a very strong hierarchical component to it, and I don't think that is the case today. But you say maybe there's this 1%. Maybe I don't know them. I haven't met them, but I don't see that in today's society. That there is.
But big difference.
Layer.
Big difference compared with the world. Japan's big difference is they are equal people. Egalitarian. This is big difference.
100%. But you're saying this
99.5, 99.99. Few people they have, prioritized. Very few people. Like current Abe family or Diet members, several members family, and several Tokugawa-Ieyasu family. Very few people. Only few people prioritize. But the other remaining people is just
family.
Yeah, just equal. Only Japan. Only Japanese, almost all people are equal. It means very strange, right?
I'm trying to understand that the power that these families have. I mean, it's not that. Do they have so much more money, or where does this influence come from?
Not money. Just where we are just overseas, their famous house like Rothschild.
Right.
Famous house still exists, right? But not in Japan. Of course, a friend of mine came from a famous house, but they are not so much recognized, right? They are proud, but that's it, right? So it means everybody equal, not money, just status. But overseas they have status, especially Europe, very strict status you have, right?
Well, I mean, I think it has to do with assets that remain in the family for a long time. Not so much reflected in, for example, the politicians that we elect, the people that rule a country. Besides our royal family, I don't think there is any connection anymore, and it's a meritocracy.
Meritocracy. Japan still exists, prime minister and several top people is their king.
Yeah, I wonder where this comes from, because it's not like, for example, that there's an elite society that is not accessible to others, like certain educational institutes that are only that are only accessible to members of a limited number of families. That's not really the case. So I really wonder how come that can still sustain. This is part of the Japanese society that I don't get.
What do you mean?
No, I don't get how come that people are still voting for representatives of the same family.
Oh, okay. This is very simple. Japan is peace. Anybody.
It's the
accepted.
What you're saying is that basically it has been stable and people want to have the same kind of stability.
Exactly.
And therefore they choose for familiar names.
Exactly. Like New York City, Mr. Cuomo doing well. Okay, he's supposed to be president. Sort of things happening, right? In Japan, never happen like that.
Right.
everybody can be prime minister, right?
Interesting. You choose Cuomo as an example. Is that really so?
Yeah, he did well for coronavirus.
No, he was
Compared
serious
with
about-
Trump, is 100% different, right?
Right, it's different. It has a
Did
different,
you know that Trump ordered GM, you should make some oxygen generator or something?
Did he order that?
He ordered. President order.
I didn't.
He's crazy.
Oh.
Cuomo doing how to manage. He's doing very well.
Well, maybe he got the idea because I heard that there are some factories, maybe in Europe. It could have also been the States, but
The Johnson. He's similar.
Johnson.
He's a similar person. He's good. But infected.
Boris Johnson. Yeah.
He infected.
Yeah. He's infected.
He's amazing.
Yeah. And with him also other members of parliament. So, well, it remains to
But
be seen.
consider to Japanese politicians. Who else? Who else? Especially like Tokyo municipal election. I know that my Minato world, everybody is beautiful man, beautiful woman, or lady, or old person, old man, but beautiful and smart or whatever, or
Good hair.
cute or whatever. And their brain head nothing, but it doesn't matter.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Basically, what's important is how well they are connected to people who control where the money is being spent.
Like
And-
Koike or any other people in Koike or any other person to manage Tokyo municipal city, it doesn't matter. It means well organized.
Yeah. So there's no need, and there's not so much importance because
Right?
basically everybody will be inclined to do the same thing to
Yeah.
remain, maintain stability.
Well managed. So Japan is very peace. And the coronavirus, how many people infected? How many people? 1,000? They try to
Yeah.
they
I
try
think
to
it's-
they
it's-
try
it's
to
fewer than the Netherlands.
they try to shut down the country. No kidding, only 1,000. How many dead? 45, 60, or just 60? Do you know influenza every year dead 10,000? 10,000.
Right.
Coronavirus
Well-
only dead 60 people.
The general opinion, the general understanding as it stands is that basically if you don't take the proper measures at the critical points in time, then basically the trajectory could completely change. What's happening now in Italy, it seems that, okay, now northern Italy has been hit very, very hard, but now it seems to also occur in southern Italy. So, I mean, basically they were behind the curve and they could no longer control it. It looks like New York is in the same situation.
Oh, okay. Just this morning I discussed with Takashi about these issues. Why Italy death toll is so high? Because this is a simple reason. Japanese is social distance is more than 1 meter. Italy is 10 centimeters. Everybody kissing everywhere, every time. And children going back home, they are kissing to their grandfather, grandmother. So grandmother got infected and they dead within a week. This is a simple reason. Japanese families, the children going back home, never getting closer to grandfather, mother. And the Japanese normal communication style is social distance is more than 1 meter, not closer. 1 meter is just the minimum distance, right? So Japanese very few people infected. Even if Japanese people already infected 100,000 people, younger people infected, but they I tell you, okay, just I went to my hospital, every other week for my diabetes, right? And doctor told me recently, no customer. I asked him, how come? Because our hospital just only old people coming here. So now is since this February, nobody come. So they no need to go to hospital, but they government pay, so they went to the hospital. No, what they're doing now? Okay, they stay at home.
Right.
Don't go outside.
I actually have exactly the same experience. As you know, I broke a few ribs, and,
right?
And going to the hospital normally it takes forever. But there was only one other person waiting. Like, this was ridiculous. Normally there are 80 people waiting. Seriously, without exaggeration, 80 people.
Oh, what?
At the clinic.
Oh, so before, right?
Yeah, and now it's only one.
Yeah, only one. That's right. That's right. So what they're doing now? What they're doing now? They are at home.
Yeah. So apparently they're not that sick.
And I tell you, Italian people, 80 years old, 90 years old, everybody go outside home, their house. They meet and went to church and drink wine, and shake hands, kissing each other, get infected, and sooner they dead, everybody.
Yeah, but if that's going to be the norm, then we're going to see that also in Latin America, in Central America, where people are much more physical, even Africa.
Oh, African is very easy solution. Their average age is under 20. Mm-hmm. In Africa, we don't have old people. So even though they just within 2 years, 80% infected, nobody died. Young. Middle East, young.
Right.
Okay, American people is not so much dead because social distance is about shorter than Japanese, 60 centimeters, not 1 meter.
Yeah.
Right. Italy 10 centimeters. That's the reason that many. Spain the same. Brazil the same. Argentina the same. Okay, they increase the dead people, but not Japanese. They're only outside of the infection, more than 1 meter, right? Just a moment. I just 1 minute take break. I'm going to.
Yes.